Hey, welcome my YouTube clan. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, I got a question this week that I want to cover with you guys. It came from someone in the community, and so I just wanted to address it. I don't think this will be too long of a video, but it's something that, kind of resonated with me when I heard it. So I want to address it with you guys. All right, let's do it quickly. I know you guys got better things to do than like spend your whole day in a freaking YouTube video. So anyways, the topic today is going to be customer service, right? The question that was asked to me is, Chris, why do you think customer service sucks so bad today? Why do you think that customer service is just like a lost art form? Why do you think companies' customer service today just sucks? And you know what? When I sat back and thought about this for a minute, I kind of pondered this question for a minute. Also, too, thank you to the person in the community who reached out and gave me this question today to address. I think it really comes down to two things, right? I think it comes down to listening and conversations, right? And the reason I say that is because I think today the reason why people say customer service is dying in companies or customer service is a lost art form is because I think people today don't want to listen and they don't want to have hard conversations. So what do I mean by that? So let's take listening first of all, right? I think if you're going to be a good customer service person or if you're going to be a person who provides good customer service, then you have to be willing to listen to the customer on the other end of the line or on the other end of the cubicle, whatever that may be, wherever you're having the conversation with these people, you need to be able to listen to them and want to listen to them, right? So many people today, I think, listen just enough to be able to formulate an answer in their head to reply back. And they're not really listening to what the person's saying, right? So let's just say somebody comes in, I'm saying the widget's defective, and they're like, hey, the widget's defective. I would just like to go get another one. Is that possible? And the customer service agent who's listening to him is just like, oh, yeah, no, I can refund your money. And the person's like, no, I need the widget. This one's just defective. Can I go get another one? No, I can refund your money or give you a gift card or whatever for in-store credit. It's like you're not listening to the customer. You're not processing what they're saying. You're listening. I mean, you hear them, you see them coming, and you're just like, oh, here's another one. Number 101 for the day. All right, yeah, hey, sir. No, I can give you in-store credit or a gift card. No. When the person's saying, listen, I need the product. I just want to go get a new one because this one's broken. They just don't listen. And if you're not actively listening, how can you provide customer service to a customer who comes in if you're not willing to listen? You have to listen. Actively listen, right? So part of listening means that you need to close your mouth and just listen to what the person has to say. When Mr. Customer 101 comes up to the table and it's like, hey, is it okay if I go and exchange this widget? This one's broken. Sure, sir. Go ahead, grab yourself another widget, bring it up here to the table, and we'll go ahead and exchange that out for you. Or if you'd like to take customer service to the next level, another way you could do that would be, sure, sir, not a problem. Hey, I tell you what, would you like us to go have one of the associates grab you that widget and bring it up here so we can exchange it quick for you? You can be on your way. Isn't that a lot better than, just saying, hey, sorry, all I can do for you today, sir, is give you in-store credit or a gift card, and then just sit there and stare at them. That's not customer service, people. It's not. If you want to get better at serving the customer, you're going to have to listen. That's number one. The second thing I mentioned was conversations. You have to be willing to talk to people, right? I think that is something else that we're losing today too. You know, we get so used to just looking down at the phone or getting involved in, whatever's on the phone, that people today can't seem to talk on the phone because they don't even realize that, yes, a phone was initially made so you could make calls and talk to people on it. They get past all that. They don't even realize that that's what it's used for anymore. And so seeing how people today aren't forced to have conversations per se, like you and I are having now face to face, right? They just lose that skill set. They just forget it and move forward. So when a customer comes to you, maybe a customer comes up to you and is having a problem, with whatever. I mean, if you're in customer service, 99.9% of the time people come to you, they're having a problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be customer service. So when they come to you, sometimes a conversation is going to be needed to figure out exactly the best way you could provide service to these people, right? So let's take a for instance, right? I saw this just the other day. I was standing in Walmart and a person was standing in front of me in the customer service line. They had waited patiently for 8 other people to go before them. This person was a mom with a child on her hip and another child in the cart. Okay? She waits patiently. She gets up to the customer service desk, right? She's like, hey, listen, this doesn't fit my baby. I need to exchange it out. Can I just go get a bigger size? First thing that happens, customer service agent just goes, oh man, sorry, I can just give you in-store credit or I can just, refund your money. The lady's like, no. I need this piece of clothing for my baby. It's just too small. Can I just go exchange it and get a bigger size? This customer service agent, at that point in time, just stared at this woman for like 20 seconds. Just stared at her. Remind you, this lady is there with a baby on her hip and another in the cart. And this person's just staring at her. And so finally the lady breaks the silence and she's like, hey, is it okay if I just go grab another one and, bring it up to the table and, we can exchange it out? And the customer service agent, this is their response, right? Because they didn't want to have a conversation, because they did not want to talk to her. This was their response. Did you hear what I said the first time? What kind of customer service is that, number one? Number two, you have to be willing to talk to people, right? This is an example of how this could have went down, right? The lady with the baby on her hip and another one in the cart has waited for 8 other people to go in front of her. She walks up to the counter, says, hey, how you doing today? That's the first thing you should say. Hey, how's it going? What can I do for you today? How can I be of service? Right? The lady says, hey, this article of clothing for my baby is too small. Can I go exchange it for a bigger size? If you're listening and you're willing to converse, you could say, well, of course you can, ma'am. Of course you can. And I noticed that you have a baby on your hip and another in the cart. Would you like me to have one of our associates back here go grab you a bigger size of that so that you don't have to leave the line? We can get that article for you. We can bring it up to the table. We can exchange this And you can either A, continue to shop here, or B, if you're ready to leave, I can check you out here too. Which customer service experience do you think was better? Number one. Number two, do you think that lady would want to come back to the customer service desk again in the future? If the second one happened, yes. If the first one happened, that lady will do everything in her power not to have to come back to the customer service desk ever again. And you know what? As I sat there watching this, I thought to myself, not only is customer service going downhill, not only is it becoming a lost art form, but it almost appears that companies themselves see customer service as like a burden, as like an overhead, as in something they don't want to do. They would prefer that you just suck it up, excuse me, and just not bother them. And the reason I say that is because if that is the type of people that you have running your customer service at your company, what other message are you giving to the customer than the message I just said? Stop and think about that for just a moment. And I know you might be thinking to yourself right now, well, Chris, that's all great, but what can we do about that? How can we change that? All right? How can we change that? You know, as I stood there in line watching this lady, I thought to myself, one way that we can change that is, as a customer, demand better customer service. Demand it. If the customer service agent is not willing to listen or have a conversation with you, then ask for someone else who is. Because as a customer, you are supposed to get service if there is something wrong. You spent your hard-earned cash, you spent your time to come down here to get whatever it is that you're getting. But as long as we allow this to continue, customer service will continue to go down, and companies will continue not to care. So, with that being said, those are my thoughts on what we can do to make customer service better going forward. If you have additional ideas on ways that we can make customer service better as a community, as a whole, please leave it in the comments below this video, because I would love to hear your guys' ideas. Also, too, if you like the content that I've been putting out as of late, if you like these videos, if you'd like to continue to see more, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So that way, when I put out a new video, which I try to do every Thursday, you'll be notified that I've got a new video. If you want to be notified too, like the second it comes out, go ahead and hit the little bell over there, the notify button, and the second I publish, bing, it comes straight to you. All right? I hope you guys are having a great day. Until next time, have an amazing day.